What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Dwayne, aka Joyrider, and I'm back with another video. Man, it's been a little bit once again. I apologize, I'm not always able to bring you some content each week like I would like to, but I'm doing the best that I can. So I'm out here taking a nice little ride. It's pretty cloudy out here, if you can see, but the weather said it wasn't supposed to rain today, so I'm enjoying the cooler weather right now. It's nice, it's relaxing. I hope you guys are having a good day. Mondays are usually kind of like my weekend, since I have to work on the weekend sometimes, so they usually give me Mondays to kind of wind down and relax a little bit as well. So I'm just out here enjoying my Monday, and I had a thought that I wanted to bring to you. So I was doing some studying and reading some things, and I had found this quote, and it was a really cool quote, and I'm going to share with you that quote. But before I do, I'm going to give you a little backstory on how I ended up using it. I thought it was kind of cool. So I was counseling a married couple not too long ago, and immediately when we went into the counseling session, they were really angry at each other, and they were arguing, and they were wanting to yell at each other, and they were trying to call each other names and just be really mean to each other immediately. And I had to stop them real quickly, because here they are coming to counseling, and they want help to have a better relationship, but they're doing everything that they can to sabotage the relationship as they're arguing and calling each other all types of names that I'm not going to repeat, and just saying things to sabotage the relationship when you come here to fix the relationship. And so I presented them this quote. I said, when you find yourself in a hole, which you're in, the first rule of filling that hole is to stop digging. And I had to let them think about that for a little bit, because the reality is that every time they decided to push that red button is that button that we all know that says don't touch, and yet we still touch it anyway. Well, that's that red button that we should stay away from when it comes to our relationships. We shouldn't be trying to push that red button just to hurt each other's feelings. And so I was telling them, I said, every time you push that red button, every time you say something that is hurtful, every time you decide to push aside what is right and do what you feel just to make you feel good in that moment, you are continuously digging a hole deeper in your relationship. And so I told him, I said, if you want to fix this relationship, the first thing we got to start doing is stop digging. If you want to come out of this hole that you're in your marriage, you have to stop digging. And so every time we act off of our emotions, act off of how we feel, and say things that are hurtful, and say things that we know that are only going to make things worse, all we're doing is digging a deeper hole in our relationship. The moral of the story is that we all do it. We find ourselves getting in the heat of the moment, getting upset, and our first reaction is to get revenge because we don't like something that the other person said or did. But that's not the right answer. We all know that's not the right answer. I don't need to tell you that. We're all grown folks. We know the right answer is not to try to hurt the other person, but to try to fix the problem. And so we need to figure out how we're going to stop digging in our relationships. Start filling the hole by loving each other, so that once we fill the hole, we can start repairing the damage that the hole did. And so that is my thought for today. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, I'm not married, I'm single. Well, this goes for you too. Stop digging. I've talked a lot about you getting to a point where you're ready to do what you want to do in life. Every time you make an excuse why you can't do something, you're digging. You know, every day you say you have an excuse why today's not the right day to do something, it makes it easier to say it again tomorrow. It makes it easier to make another excuse tomorrow why you can't do something. So every time you decide that you're going to make an excuse on why today's not the day, or why you don't have what you need to be able to do what you need to do, that's simply you continuously digging a hole deeper and making it even harder for you to come out of that hole. And so I'm encouraging you to do the same. Stop digging. One of our biggest excuses is, well, I don't have what I need to be able to do what I want to do. Well, what do you have? Let's start with what you do have. We always look at what we don't have and what we can't do when it comes to coming up with what we're trying to do. And then we say, well, I don't have this, or I can't do this. And, well, what do you have and what can you do? And start thinking about what you can do with the things that you have and the abilities that you're able to use already. What can you do with that? And start with that, instead of making excuses why you can't do something. So stop digging. That's the moral of the story, folks. This goes for everything in life. I don't have much more to say about that, but it is my thought for the day. I thought it was a really cool thought, and I thought, man, I thought it was a really cool thought. That doesn't make any sense. Well, it kind of does, but it doesn't. I won't say that again. I heard this, and I was like, this is a really cool thought. And I was like, man, I could use this in so many areas of my life, and I'm sure that everybody else that I talk to can do just the same. And so I hope that actually helps you in some type of way, shape, or form. As for now, I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy this ride. And let it be what it is. So as always, ride in peace, live on purpose, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.